So we're talking
I suggest to you that if you are facing a challenge, don't stop. Stay busy. Work your plan. Continue to do those things that you know that work for you after you have evaluated yourself in the situation. This is my day, and nothing out here is going to stop me. And you have the power to do that. You can decide that you're going to change.
Unbelievable start to this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Jeremy Sports Network coming to you live. We are here to talk some boxing, right? I told you guys in our last show that in this show, we was going to be talking David Haye making his comeback to the ring to face none other than Tony Bellew. Now, we're getting this fight December 17th at the O2 Arena. It's going down. It looks to be a fantastic fight, right? Everybody thought that Tony Bellew was going to be outmatched in the first fight. And the way things have panned out for him, right? He's looking to be the better man as this fight comes around. In that first fight, we saw, David Haye, he came on strong in the early rounds, but after the injury is kind of where Tony Bellew was able to take over and put himself in position to be successful, to win the fight. But I'm proud of David Haye because this man has battled back from what guys at his age, it takes a whole lot of time to come back from. And that's an Achilles. It takes a lot of time. But he's back. And as of right now, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really thinking about what can be done differently as far as Tony Bellew is concerned in the first fight, what he did in the first fight, and what it is that he can do in the second fight, to be a whole lot better than what he was the first time. Now, we will do a replay of that fight and watch that fight together. But the thing is, how many people are really buying in to what we're going to be getting in this heavyweight division as far as these two guys are concerned? If you think it's a good fight, drop it in the chat. I want to know. If you think this second time around that David Haye is going to be the one to defeat Tony Bellew, the Bomber, Ricky Conlan, drop it in the comments. I want to know. I need to know exactly how you feel as far as this fight is concerned, because to me, it's only two things that stand out. David Haye being dominant as he was in the beginning of the fight against the Bomber, or the Bomber putting an end to David Haye. This could be it for David Haye if David doesn't put together a really good performance, or if he re-injures that injury that he took in the first fight. So a lot of things are at question, but David Haye didn't take long once the announcement was made as far as the fight is concerned to put out there what he's ready for. This is David Haye on his Instagram talking about coming back from injury and being ready for this fight on December 17th.
7 months ago, what I believed to be the impossible actually happened. The Bomber, Tony Bellew, found a way to leave the ring victorious against the Haymaker, David Haye. Going into that fight, I believe Tony somehow needed to win the lottery to get the victory. And guess what? He did. But nobody wins the lottery twice. And Tony Bellew has got the rematch that he wanted. I've got the rematch that I wanted. And the boxing fans have got the rematch that they want. December 17th at the O2 Arena, we're doing it all over again. Don't miss it. I've got a new coach, new mindset, new philosophy on boxing. Jumped in a time machine, gone back 10 years. I'm feeling fitter, faster than ever. Tune in.
So he said he done went back 10 years. 10 years ago, David Haye, right? He may be feeling more healthier than he was. Not only that, he may actually, he said he has a new coach. He has a new philosophy on boxing. What is it that's going to be new with David Haye this time around? That's what I'm wondering. What is going to be new? What is going to be different from what it is we was accustomed to seeing from David Haye? But man, just with that alone, does that not pump you up? Does that not make you excited as a fight fan to know that this guy is going to come bringing his all in this fight? I believe he's going to bring his all. I believe he's going to be absolutely 100% buying in into this fight. Now, we're talking, what other fights could Tony Bellew have taken before this fight? Well, for one, Andre Ward retired, so we wasn't going to be able to see the Bomber versus Andre Ward. Or we know the Bomber and Deontay Wilder earlier this year was in talks. We know we're not going to get that fight. But as we continue, what other payday has Tony Bellew received to the magnification of his payday with David Haye? There's none. Eddie Hearn even said this. Eddie Hearn said, hey, this is the biggest purse Tony Bellew is going to make that's out there right now, is him fighting David Haye. This is, Tony Bellew was a guy who listened to the fans, and this is what the fans want. And also, this is what he wants, is to really make a claim on him having that one up. Well, he's one up on David Haye, but having that victory over David Haye. He don't want people to think that the injury was the reason why he won. So David Haye has something to fight for, but also Tony Bellew has a lot to fight for as well. And I'm looking forward to that. That's probably one of the biggest things right now that makes this fight as good as what it is right now with what we're getting in boxing. Now, we know we've been talking about David Haye and his injury, as his injury is concerned, but I don't see anything being too much of a problem for David Haye right now at all. I mean, when you look at him, I mean, he looks like he's in magnificent shape, as we saw in the video, and at the same time, I mean, I wonder what that philosophy is of what has changed with this fight game and how he sees boxing. Is he going to be more laid back from what it was in the first press conference? I mean, think about it, the weigh-in, the whole attitude and everything, you know, or that aura that he brought amongst himself with this fight. Is he going to be changed? Is he going to be more humbled now? Is he going to be, not saying he's going to be soft-hearted, but is he going to be a more of a quiet down David Haye, who's going to allow his fighting to do a lot of the talking for himself? Is that the David Haye we're going to get this time around? That I do not know. It remains to be seen. But December 17th at the O2 Arena, we do know we will have a great fight with Tony Bellew versus David Haye 2, and I'm looking forward to it. So this is Jeremy Sports Network. I'm signing out. Hey, be sure to make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also follow us on YouTube at Jeremy Sports Network right here, and follow us on Facebook at Jeremy Sports Network. We are also on Instagram at It's My Time _229 and follow us on Twitter at Jeremy_sports. This is Jeremy Sports Network. I'm signing out. Peace.